Green Yoshi, thank you. Welcome back. Sorry. Uh, your fix was correct. I know that my headset was working with other sources. It just didn't want to work with my Switch source. And I know that I would have been real sad not to hear my boyfriendo's voice. So it was the right call, but still kind of a bummer. All right. Here we go. 2.0. Here we go again. Okay. I had seen Kureha's sad memory, but I saw it to grow closer to him. Even now, I seem stuck in our shared consciousness. Nah, yeah, sometimes technology not be technology, and so yeah, bummer, bummer, bummer.
俺がいけなかった。
See, I missed this earlier. Oh, poor baby. That voice.
目を覚ましてくれ。
Wake up? And what should I say when I do? I was worried if I could support him the way he needed me to. Seraphim Sands, hello, welcome back. Thank you for coming back. It's working for me now, so yay. I would have been real sad to not hear the voice work in this, so just a weird thing. Just needed a computer restart, so womp womp. Yeah. I wanted to be by Kureha's side. I opened my eyes. The first thing I saw was Kureha's worried face. He was looking away, head bowed. I reached out to him slowly, gracing his cheek with my finger. Kureha? He quickly grabbed my hand, pressing it against his cheek.
よかった。目が覚めたんだな。
That's my line. Looks like you've woken up. I'm glad to see you're back to your old self, though. Kureha frowned and pained as I smiled.
無様にも俺は欠けていた記憶を前に狂乱した。
It wasn't pitiful. Anybody might have reacted like that. Still, I was at a loss for words. Not knowing what to say, I tried to stand up.
起きても大丈夫なのか。ああ、すまない。気が動転していて、保健室ではなく、ここの机に寝かせてしまっていたな。
It's okay. Thanks for bringing me here. I looked around to see that Kureha had laid me on top of the reception desk. Trying to get down, Kureha carried me and placed me gently on the floor. His protectiveness made me laugh. You didn't have to do that. I'm fine, really. I know. Oh my, indeed. Look at him. So handsome.
俺の記憶を見たんだろう。頭痛や苦しさがあるんじゃないか。
I'm sorry I looked without asking you first, but I'm fine, so I don't want you to worry.
いや、お前のことだから無理よ。
I said I'm fine. I don't have that same headache right now. I don't think I got it the entire time I was looking at your memories either. After saying that, I pulled out the bag filled with Khalifa flower petals. I suppose I have these to thank for that. It seems like the Khalifa petals protected me. I opened the bag, but all the petals had withered and turned black.
そうか。それを持ってくれていてよかった。
Kureha seemed convinced and let out a long sigh of relief. Khalifa flowers can purify darkness, and I believe they helped you too, Kureha. Seriously, thank goodness for these. I'll have to thank Seiya and Yui for them.
そうかもしれないが、俺の中では違う。
Yay, Aurelia. Yeah, welcome back. Thank you so much for coming back. Sorry about that. Yep, just needed a reboot, and now I can hear sound too. So now we can all enjoy. Yeah, so far we just, we're just kind of coming to grips that we saw Kureha's memories. They were pretty intense, and now here we are in the library. So. Huh?
お前の口づけが闇に染まりつつある心を溶かし、俺にぬくもりと癒しを与えた。
I saved my prince with a kiss. Oh. That's right, because he went dark and crazy, and then I kissed him anyway. That's right. I kissed Kureha then. It was rather uncharacteristically bold of me. I could have touched his skin anywhere. Well, I only kissed you because my voice couldn't reach you.
恥ずかしがることはない。お前は俺を救ったんだからな。あの口づけがなかったら、俺は正気に戻れなかったと思う。まさに愛の力だ。
The power of love. Aww. The power of true love? He spoke so earnestly, I couldn't help but blush.
だから、俺がカリファの腹に感謝するのは、お前を守ってくれたことにだ。
Kureha took the bag of petals, scattering them over the reception counter.
一片だけでも無事なものがあればと思ったが、見事なまでに全て枯れているな。
Yeah, we had these protective petally, like flower petals that they have all been activated though. So now I am without protection. Maybe he wants me to keep them for what's ahead. That made me happy, but I can protect myself. Is that true? There's definitely need for them. A kiss for the plot, of course, of course. I could take care of myself, so we don't need the Khalifa flowers anymore.
お前の強さは信じているが、未だ呪われたままでは安心できなくてな。
Kureha's worries were understandable. I'm confident that once we discover the name of the spirit in the Forbidden Room, this mark will disappear. All I can do now is try to fend off the wraith while keeping my own sanity. I can do it, so don't worry about me, okay? Even though I've never done it before in my life. Don't worry, don't worry.
ありがとう。今の言葉で随分と心が落ち着いた。俺はお前をそばで支えるからな。
As he said this, he gently patted my head. I hope you do. Our smiles met, and I felt momentarily at ease. But I knew we had to get going. There's something I need to ask Kureha. Give me 1 second. There's something I want to mess with. Let's see. Sound. I definitely want to turn the music down. I think that's the lowest I can get away with, actually. It's a disregard. Okay. I think you already know this, but earlier, I saw your memories, Kureha. Does that mean your memory has returned?
なあ、死の間際まで全て思い出せた。あの少年のおかげというべきか。
Kureha had long been searching for his memories, but he didn't seem very pleased. That was understandable, though, given what those memories were. No one could be happy about that. Speaking of which, have you seen that boy?
わからないんだ。悪霊化しそうになってからは記憶が曖昧で、正気に戻れた時には消えていた。
I see. In my rush to restore Kureha's sanity, I missed everything else that was going on around me. But with what we know now, from the way that boy talked, perhaps. I believe that boy might have been murdered before Hinagiku was. I think he witnessed the events as a ghost. Kureha fell silent, lost in thought. Something else was bothering me too. Kureha had been inquiring about his death among the school's other ghosts. Did he never talk to that boy before? About that boy. Why didn't he mention your sister, Hinagiku, until now? I simply couldn't understand it. That boy was sus. That boy was being all sus all last episode.
ああ、俺も同じように考えていた。
When he spoke at the underground altar,
あんたがそばにいたら、クレハさんは記憶を取り戻しても悪霊化しないかもしれない。ちゃんと記憶を受け止めて正気を保っていられるかもしれないんだ。
why would he become a wraith if he regains his memories?
あの時、月神家で起きた事実を前にして悪霊化しかけたから。
Was it because I was by his side then? That was what I figured, but why was he acting so familiar with Kureha? From the way they interacted together, it didn't seem like they knew each other very well. Well, for now. I guess we won't know any more until we talk to him. Kureha merely stared at a single point in the silence. I felt bad for interrupting him, but... Kureha, now that you've regained your memory, what about your regrets in crossing over? I was really curious about that.
まだ整理がつかなくてな。今すぐとはいかなそうだ。
I guess that's understandable. You can always talk to me about how you're feeling. I really do want to be there for you. Oh, but I'm not trying to force you or anything. I'm just worried about you. I want you to know you can lean on me.
ありがとう。俺自身寄り添ってほしいと思うのはお前しかいない。
No. The only one? That makes me so happy.
俺もいつまでもお前に寄り添うよ。この世界がうつしおに戻った後もな。言葉なくともずっとそばにいる。
Aww. Don't say that. Let's not think about that. Let's not worry about that yet, okay? Okay? Even if we can't speak, a sudden dread washed over me. What do you mean by that? Kureha looked at me with a deep longing in his eyes. It felt like I could read his thoughts from that look alone. Are you planning to just say goodbye? But we promised to try and find a way to be together. I took a step toward him. Even if we can't touch, we'll find a way so I can still feel your presence. I grasped Kureha's collar with both hands and looked up at him. Kureha gazed down with sorrowful eyes as he gently stroked my head, trying to comfort me.
できることなら一緒にいられる方法を模索したい。だがここの空気とあざの呪いによってお前の体は限界に来ている。それはお前自身も感じるところだろう。
He was totally right, and I was at a loss for words. But we finally opened our hearts to each other. We agreed to find a way to be together. My dreams for our future were shattered, leaving only the deep feelings I had for him.
この世界を写し終え戻し、お前を返すことが最優先。こう考えるのを許してほしい。
Kureha always put me first, and I was grateful to him for that. It's his kindness that made me fall in love with him. I gently let go of him. Thank you. I'll always remember how kind you were to me. And if I hold on to these feelings, even if I can't sense you, as long as I have my memories of you, my heart will stay strong. Because I love you from the bottom of my heart. Kureha looked at me, surprised, then smiled warmly.
俺もお前が大好きだぞ。だからそばでずっと見守る。幸せを願って。
No! Come on! He took my hand and kissed it softly. His cool, gentle breath felt comforting as it graced the back of my hand. I love you, truly. Kureha led me by the hand as we stepped out into the hallway.
今すぐにでもひなぎくの元へ行き、名乗らせるのがいい。体調的に問題ないか？
I left the library with that intention, but go straight to Hinagiku? I paused and looked up at Kureha. So that means the wraith is... Kureha gazed downward and slowly nodded. I tried to recall what I saw in Kureha's memories, trying to picture what Hinagiku might look like. She was wearing that kimono. Aww. The image of Hinagiku and the wraith wearing the same attire merged together in my mind. Aw, that's a bummer. It really is her. I hadn't realized until now. The kimono had a distinct design, but the revelation was shocking to me.
どうして今まで気づけなかったんだろうな。悪霊となった後、何度か見かけていたのに。
I wonder what made you forget her. I felt in his memories just how much he cared about her. Kureha's face showed a mixture of confusion and anguish. If we meet Hinagiku now, even if it goes well, after I return to the mortal realm, Kureha might continue to suffer. How could I have forgotten my sister? I could almost hear him asking himself that. I can't go back to the mortal realm yet. Not until this mystery is solved. Kureha, before we see Hinagiku, let's visit that boy. There's still some things we need to discuss with him. He might know more about why you lost your memories.
そこまでしなくていい。お前は関わらなくていいんだ。
Sister who? So, at the end of the last chapter, we went down to the forbidden room, and then we kind of like we saw this like altar. The other boy like was being real sus. Oh, sister. I see. I get it, Green Yoshi. I'm slow. New haunting. Who dis? Huh? Up until now, Kureha and I had always worked together. We'd relied on each other. Look at that look of disdain on his face. It's still hot. It's rude, but it's hot.
ひなぎくとのことは俺の問題だ。だからお前はうつしょえ。
Don't tell me what I need to do. You're not the boss of me. You're not my dad. The words just impulsively came out, but I couldn't hold them in any longer. Yeah, if mad, why attractive? It don't make no sense. I know you're worried about me, but I know that's why you want me to get back to the mortal realm quickly, but I'm just as worried about you. I don't want you dealing with your troubles all on your own after I leave. And what if it happens again? I'm scared you might become a wraith again. A tear slid down my face, proof of just how scared I was for the future. I don't want you forgetting just how much I love you. Upon hearing that, he drew me close. No!
気持ちを考えていなくて。
Oh. Go, ghost boyfriend. Don't leave me.
俺がお前を思うように、お前も俺のことを思ってくれているんだな。
I'm glad you understand.
ああ、俺も嬉しい。お前の思いの深さを知れてな。
Thank goodness. Relieved, I watched Kureha murmur.
なあ、一ついいか。ひなぎくは俺の呼びかけに気づいてくれるだろうか。
His earlier warning to stay out of it made this question stir my heart. I don't know too much about ghosts, but I studied my thoughts, considering the possibility. Just as my love helped bring you back, maybe Hinagiku will react to the sound of your voice. I hesitated to say more, not wanting to get his hopes up. Just don't kiss her on the lips. That'll cause some other problems. I kissed you to wake you up. I don't think that'll work the same way. But I want to believe in miracles. Is that naive? Oops, I skipped.
そんなことはない。
After a warm smile, Kureha leaned in and whispered in my ear.
そうだな。お前の思いが俺を正気に戻してくれたように、俺もひなぎくに。
Yeah, let's save your sister, man. In that moment, I saw a spark of hope in Kureha's eyes.
ひなぎくのところへ行く前に、あの少年を探そう。ついてきてくれるな。
Of course, of course. Of course I will. I won't leave your side as long as I'm here, Kureha. Carrie, howdy, howdy. Hello. Welcome, welcome. We are on the finale route of Kureha. So, this is the last chapter. So we're trying to resolve some things so that I can go back to the mortal world, I guess.
ありがとう。本当に。お前の思いが心から嬉しい。
But we gotta figure out what to do about my ghost boyfriend. Just in time to be spoiled, yeah.
お前と出会い、お前を愛せて、これ以上のことはない。
Yeah, it sounds like we're saying our sad goodbyes, but still holding out hope, so...
お前に愛されたことは何よりも幸福だ。
Oh. He eased his embrace, and I felt his cold lips on mine, a sensation that was unique to him. I'm happy, too. Makeith! I got Makeith! The emotions I felt at that moment were profound. I'll never forget this moment, nor the love I have for him. Where's my CG? No CG of Makeith? Come on. Rigged. Come on, game. I'll write a letter. No matter where we looked, we couldn't find the boy, and so we descended the stairs. Where can he be? We've looked everywhere. Kureha seemed deep in thought and didn't respond right away. Then, a realization seemed to strike him, and he turned to me.
なあ、響はあの少年も鏡の世界へ入れていたよな。
I was taken aback by this suggestion. So you think he might be in the mirror world? We had avoided the central stairs while searching, knowing Hinagiku was in the mirror. Passing by the mirror might trigger her curse, which was a risk we weren't willing to take. Let's go check it out. I grabbed his hand, but Kureha didn't budge.
お前はここに残った方が。
Nope. It's not safe for me anywhere, sir. After everything, you're still saying this? Besides, I need to confront Hinagiku to get her name anyway. Kureha hesitated briefly, then began to walk alongside me again. Thank goodness. I couldn't handle being told to stay out of it again.
お前のことは何があっても守る。
He tightened his grip on my hand, and I held it back just as firmly. We're coming to the end now. With our hearts filled with tension, Kureha and I approached the mirror. Arriving at our destination left us stunned because the mirrors turned pitch black. What's happening?
もしかすると悪霊の影響かもしれないな。闇の気が鏡の世界に充満しているんだろう。
I hope our yandere boyfriend's doing okay. So, because we trapped her in there, the darkness is even denser than normal? I imagined the thick darkness within and felt a chill run down my spine. I'm really scared. But I knew there was no going back now.
覚悟はいい。
Yes. I knew Hinagiku might be on the other side. I still wish we'd spoken to the boy beforehand.
俺が先に行く。少し周りを見てくるから、お前はここで待っていてくれ。
I nodded, watching as Kureha stepped into the mirror. After a moment, I cautiously followed. Stepping into the mirror world, it felt familiar. Yet the air felt denser, likely due to Hinagiku's presence. According to Hibiki, the mirror world could have been swallowed by the other realm, so we'd better be careful. Let's start looking for her.
やっぱり来たんだね。
A voice echoed from below the stairs, and I turned to see the boy we'd been looking for. I quickly approached him. As we reached him, the boy bowed deeply.
クレアさん、お姉さん、ごめんなさい。あんなことをして。
What you do? What you do, ghost boy? I mean, I know what you already did, but it just sounds worse. He looked up, his eyes filled with remorse. I sensed his sincerity, and yet...
お前はひなぎくの何なんだ。どうして俺を知っている。
Kureha's voice was wary as he questioned the boy.
俺は月神家で使用人として働いていたんだ。その時に稲菊ちゃんと知り合って。
Oh, was he in love with the little sister? Oh.
そうだったのか。
それで
Just as the boy was about to continue, a wave of dizziness hit me, but thankfully Kureha was there to steady me. I've known for a while now, but it seems my time here really is running short. Given my condition, we decided it was best to continue our conversation in the nurse's office. Kureha gently laid me on the bed, and the two of them stayed close by my side.
もう時間がないみたいだから端的に話すね。
The boy then jumped right into discussing the details of the divine invocation incidents. Thus, the murders that happened at the murder mansion. As I mentioned before, Hinagiku and I both served at the Tsukigami estate. Being about the same age, we would often talk together at work. Most of the other servants were much older, making our connection unique. We could talk about anything together. Friendship came easy to us. Then, Yui Tsukigami disappeared. Isao Tsukigami frantically searched for his lost daughter, gradually losing his mind as he did so. He secluded himself in the study, and other servants told us he was obsessing over stories of spiritings away. The other servants sensed a dark change in him and started resigning one by one. But it made no difference. Eventually they were all dismissed. Everyone except Hinagiku and I, that is. We were left behind. We were to be imprisoned. I was an orphan and live-in servant, which made me an easy target.
Hinagiku had a brother, Kureha, but Isao knew her disappearance would be overlooked. Despite his madness, Isao Tsukigami remained a powerful man. He could sweep the disappearance of 2 young household staff away. On the day we were imprisoned, it seemed like any other day at work, but Hinagiku and I felt something was off. The absence of other servants was eerie. Though we dared not question our master, given his unstable state, so we continued to work as we normally did. That's when Isao Tsukigami gave us a rather chilling order.
掃除をしてほしい部屋がある。急ぎだ。
I obeyed, not suspecting a thing. Who knew that room would become my prison? That was when it all began. While I was in prison, the days passed uneventfully. Luckily, Hinagiku's room was next to mine, so we could talk through the wall. We plotted our escape, but as time went on, we heard more and more voices come through the walls. Isao Tsukigami had imprisoned not only us, but a number of others too. I later discovered he'd kidnapped them. As days passed, things only grew more ominous. The first victim was Hinagiku. As for her, if you've regained your memories, Kureha, there's no need for me to elaborate. Soon after that, someone new was brought to Hinagiku's room. It wasn't her, I knew instantly. It was a man who kept muttering to himself. I feared I was going insane. What happened to Hinagiku? That question consumed me. I tried desperately, futilely, to hold on to my sanity. My time came soon after that. I was sacrificed in the ritual. Then, as a ghost, I was reunited with Hinagiku. Strangely, I was relieved to die. Given the circumstances, death seemed a mercy to me. With nothing to live for, I thought about quickly crossing over, but that became impossible.
私は成仏できません。兄が悪霊化してしまったのです。どうにかして元に戻してあげたい。
Aww. Hinagiku told me all about that happened.
今も兄は月神功を恨み、この屋敷をさまよっています。
As Hinagiku said, your murderous rage against Isao Tsukigami caused you to attack him with your blade while he was in the study. Your blade, though, couldn't harm the living. Ironic, isn't it? Wraiths forget everything but the anger that caused them to become one. Such is the power of vengeance, of hate. Your hatred for Isao Tsukigami only intensified after that. Then, one day, Hinagiku came up with an idea.
私が月神功を呪い殺します。
そんなことできないよ。だって俺たちは幽霊。
兄を見ていて気がついたのです。恨みが強ければ呪い殺すことも可能ではと。
That made some sense to me. It seemed as though Kureha would one day be powerful enough to curse Isao Tsukigami.
でも相当の恨みじゃなきゃ。Hinagiku。
自分を殺され、唯一の肉親である兄を殺され、並程度の恨みだと思っているのですか。私は兄のために耐えているだけです。私自身、兄に負けないほどの恨みを持っている。
In that moment, something black and sinister flowed from Hinagiku's body. I hugged her, trying to restrain her.
お願いだからこらえてくれ。
ありがとう。でももうこらえきれないのよ。
だけどHinagikuちゃんが月神功を呪い殺しても クレハさんが元に戻るかわからないじゃないか。いや、元に戻ったって君が悪霊になっていたら。
No.
兄の姿を見たでしょう。化け物のようなあの姿を。私が悪霊となっても私だと気づかないわ。そうなればひなぎくは成仏したのだと、そう思って成仏してくれるはず。
そうでは。
あなたは成仏してね。安らかな世へ旅立って。
そんなことできるわけないだろう。俺が君をどう思ってるか。
Oh.
ごめんなさい。
ねえ、お願いだからやめてよ。月神功を殺す方法なら他にもあるはずだ。一緒に考えよう。
Oh, he loves her so much.
そうしているうちにも兄が月神功を殺してしまいます。そうすればきっと地獄へ連れて行かれてしまう。
地獄。
この世にも取り締まっている者たちがいると他の幽霊から聞いたの。聖者を傷つけるのは重罪よ。
じゃあ君は。
聖者の頃から兄は私を一番に考え守ってきてくれた。だから今度は私が。
Oh. Kureha. Oop. Kureha, I'm sorry. I couldn't do it. I couldn't stop her.
ねえ、お願い。私のことは知らせないで。ひなぎくは悪霊になったと言わないでいて。
Oh.
こんなこと頼んでしまってごめんなさい。
Then, with a faint smile,
私を愛してくれてありがとう。
oh, I'm snivelly. A lone tear fell from Hinagiku's eye as she vanished into the shadows. Wah. She had turned into a wraith. When he finished speaking, the boy gazed at Kureha.
あんたは月神功が呪い殺されたのを見ると急に意識を失ってさ。
Surrounded by perverts. What a grand entrance. Yes, bye Hinagiku. Or hello Hinagiku. She definitely has resurrected into something else. Oh my goodness, I'm sniffly. That's so... Oh, that was very sad. That was very sad.
目を覚ましたのは月神功が死んで数日経ってからだった。驚くことにあんたは元の姿に戻っててさ。思ったんだけど、あんたは悪霊化していたけどなりきれていなかったんじゃないかな。だって元に戻ったんだから。ついでに言うと、あんたに記憶がなかったのは一度悪霊になったからと。多分だけどひなぎくちゃんの死を間近に見たショックで記憶を封じ込めた。ひなぎくちゃんことね。
ひなぎく。
His voice quivered as he whispered her name. I rose and silently took Kureha's hand. Kureha, I hope you can come to terms with this. I prayed the words silently as I held his hand. The boy's gaze lingered on Kureha, clouded by sorrow. Perhaps a part of him resented Kureha for forgetting all about Hinagiku. I must have struggled, honoring Hinagiku's wish while seeking for a way to bring her back. That reminds me. Gathering my courage, I softly spoke. The boy turned to me. Did Hinagiku go to hell? How was it that she was able to come back here?
ああ、ケーキを終えて戻ってきたんだ。罪を犯した幽霊にも等しく成仏をする権利は与えられるらしい。と言っても悪霊のままだったけど、罪を犯したことへの罰を与えるだけで
Oh,
更生まではしてくれないみたい。
I see. It would probably be better to ask Seiya.
自分を殺した人間を呪い殺したという正当性が認められてか、そんなに長い間投獄されていなかったよ。まあそれは良かったんだけど、彼女を元に戻す方法を実行するのに時間がかかっちゃってさ。
Back to normal?
まずクレハさんにひなぎくちゃんを思い出させること。クレハさんには悪霊化せずに事実を受け止めてもらわないとならなかった。なぜなら彼女に呼びかけてほしいから。それができればひなぎくちゃんは元に戻ると思うから。
Oh, that'll be nice. I was beginning to understand the plan. Kureha had been silent, but then turned to face the boy.
今度は俺がひなぎくを取り戻す番だな。
Right. You save her, then I'll save you, then boy will save me, and Hinagaku will save boy. Okay? Okay? Everybody got the plan? Okay? It's a save circle, okay? Saying this, his grip on my hand tightened slightly. I'm so glad Kureha is taking this well.
俺思うんだ。ひなぎくちゃんもあの時のクレハさんと同じく完全には悪霊化していないんじゃないかって。だってひなぎくちゃんは他の幽霊を襲わないんだ。悪霊は寂しさに飢えて構ってほしいというように襲いかかるはずなのに。
Exactly. Anybody break it? And this doesn't work. Everybody on board.
I noticed that too. Once, another wraith attacked me, crying out in loneliness. When Hinagiku attacked, she only pleaded for Kureha's memories to remain forgotten. So Hinagiku isn't lost to darkness yet. Until now, the hope of bringing Hinagiku back seemed bleak. Kureha's little sister, who we've been talking about this whole time, like why is the glossary just coming up? When they worked for the Tsukigami family, she was confined in the mansion by Isao Tsukigami and murdered. She became a wraith for Kureha's sake and killed Isao Tsukigami. Since then, she's wandered as a wraith, but she wasn't alone. A boy supported her. I'm so glad we talked to this boy first. I renewed my resolve with a sigh.
だが今になってどうして俺に記憶を取り戻させた？
That was something I couldn't understand either. I had always assumed it was to stop Kureha from turning into a wraith. But why now? I looked back at the boy.
クレハさんに大切な人ができたから。
Oh.
クレハさんを支えてくれる人が現れるのを俺はずっと待っていたんだ。支えがあればきっと悪霊化しない。こらえてくれると信じて。
Dang, Ghost Boy. Ghost Boy knows. Is a knower.
So I was the reason.
俺の見立ては間違いじゃなかっただろ。
Okay. He was not a knower, he was a hoper.
It filled me with joy to realize I had become the person who could support him.
クレハさんが悪霊化しちゃったらひなぎくちゃんを救う手立てがなくなるからかなり慎重にはなっていたよ。だから本当によかった。
ひなぎくのことを考えてくれているんだな。
ひなぎくちゃんは 俺にとって大事な人だから。
Kureha released my hand and stood up. Then he bowed to the boy.
ありがとう。ひなぎくを愛してくれていて。
Aww. For the first time, I saw Kureha act as the protective big brother he was.
あんたと話すのは初めてだったけど、ちゃんとした人でよかったよ。
Kureha looked up, encouraged by the boy's words.
あんたたちが来た時のためにって、ひなぎくちゃんは地下祭壇に閉じ込めてる。ひなぎくちゃんを頼む。俺じゃダメだったから。俺がいても足手まといにしかならない。だから俺は行かない。
Huh? Before I could speak up, Kureha placed his hand on the boy's shoulder.
わかった。行こう。だがお前も一緒にだ。
俺はいいよ。何も役に立てないから。
お前がひなぎくのそばにいてくれたから悪霊となった後も自我を忘れずにいた。
No ghosts left behind.
話を聞いて俺はそう感じたんだがな。
You get your ghost boyfriend and girlfriend happy ending too.
I agree. That's exactly why we should stick together. We have to save Hinagiku. All of us.
ありがとう。うん。一緒に行こう。
Oh no, it's not a BL. No, it's a female protagonist. It's a reverse harem. There's a lot of love interests and boyfriendos, but yeah. That is a genre I appreciate though. But yeah, me too.
The three of us set off to the basement. Before descending into the underground altar, Kureha firmly reminded me, do not look into Hinagiku's eyes. Given that her gaze could curse me, I was only in danger if our eyes met. I'm pretty sure that's right. At least, that's how it's been this whole time.
Ooh.
Shortly after, we entered the dimly lit altar, and just as the boy mentioned, we found Hinagiku there. She didn't conceal her fury and started channeling negative energy toward me immediately.
No, I hate when they do that voice. I hate when they do that scary voice. All right. Here we go.
But Kureha intervened.
ひなぎく。
For a moment, Hinagiku ceased. It was as though her body was frozen in time. So part of her is still in there.
ひなぎく、ちゃんと聞こえているんだろう。この兄の声が。
Her guttural cries resounded throughout the area.
ひなぎく。
Kureha crying out her name seemed to push her back. He then grasped Hinagiku's hand.
ひなぎく、ひなぎく、正気に戻ってくれ。
Hinagiku seemed to struggle, trying to break free. I kept my eyes cast down to avoid her gaze.
Woo! No!
Then somehow Hinagiku's face came into my line of sight. What? And our eyes locked. She had contorted her body enough to enter my field of vision. Oh no. Help.
Help, brother!
Words began to enter my head, coupled with screams that I couldn't process. Kazuma. I'm not gonna scream. I'm not good at screaming. I also don't want to scare my dog. But just pretend I screamed.
ひなぎくやめてくれ彼女を傷つけないでくれ頼む
Even though I could still hear Kureha. Oh no. I'm getting pulled in. At this rate, I'll... No. I can't give up now. I made a vow to Kureha and myself to guard my own mind. My vision grew hazy as I fought to stay conscious.
お姉さん
I realized the boy from before was supporting me. Meanwhile, Kureha was attempting to restrain Hinagiku. I'm sorry.
ここから離れようさあ早く
Without waiting for my response, he began guiding me up the stairs. Even as we ascended, the sound of Hinagiku's anguished cries and Kureha's calls to her echoed behind us. While climbing, I tried to steady my thoughts, contemplating the curse from Hinagiku that had infiltrated my mind. In those moments, I thought I heard the whisper of a delicate girl. The boy helped me all the way to the library. Then he brought over a chair and had me sit down. Thank you. You saved me.
ごめんなさい俺がもっと気を配っていれば
It was my own fault. I thought I was being cautious, but I ended up looking directly into her eyes. Despite this, the boy appeared distressed. Feeling that any attempt to comfort him might be futile, I simply told him what was on my mind. But I did come to one realization. While receiving the curse, I heard voices whispering in my head. Yes, Hinagiku was among them. And among those voices was a girl's. This was just a guess, but I think it might be the voice of Hinagiku's consciousness.
本当
He moved closer so suddenly, I couldn't help but chuckle to myself. I think she was saying something like, "Brother, please help."
それクレハさんのことだよかった本当によかった
Also, she mentioned Kazuma? Is that someone's name? The boy's face froze, his gaze drifting.
そう
Oh,
それ
that's him.
俺の名前
Sorry. Oh, I'm getting a little choked up. No. The boy by the name of Kazuma fell to his knees, tears streaming down his face. A boy who worked as a servant for the Tsukigami family. Just like Hinagiku, he was imprisoned in the mansion and then murdered. When alive, he was fond of Hinagiku. Perhaps it was thanks to Kazuma's earnest feelings Hinagiku was able to prevent from becoming a wraith. No, no sniffles. Oh, that's so sweet.
俺を覚えてくれてナギクちゃん
They were tears of joy, and I could tell his heart was filled with love and relief. I reached into my pocket, pulled out a handkerchief, and offered it to him without a word. Kazuma looked up, thanked me, and accepted it. Suddenly, Kureha burst into the room.
大丈夫か
Yes, I'm fine. How's Hinagiku?
今も地下にいるどう声をかけても狂ったように叫ぶだけでな扉を閉めてきたからここには来ない
Then let's try again. This time with both you and Kazuma calling out to her. I looked at Kazuma, who nodded back at me. In his eyes, I saw a flicker of hope. This time, it might just work. This might be our final attempt. I'm not sure if my body can endure much more. Kureha seemed about to speak, then stopped himself. Kureha?
俺を信じてここで待っていてくれないか
Huh?
お前がいるとひなぎくが呪いを飛ばすそれは避けたいんだお前を死なせたくないから
Kureha. His concern touched me, but we couldn't leave the other realm and return to the mortal realm without me being there. I understand. I'll trust you and wait, but let me keep an eye on you from a distance.
ありがとう必ずひなぎくを正気に戻すそうすればお前の呪いは解けて会話をすることもできるだろう
I guess Kureha had already thought this through. I felt reassured he had considered every angle. But of course he would. His sole focus this whole time has been getting me back home safely.
階段の暗闇に潜んで見守っていてくれいいな
Yes. Then, without delay, we all sprang into action. As directed, I hid behind the shadows in the stairway and watched silently over them. Hinagiku still looked restless as she moved about with her eyes scanning in every direction. She would notice me if I wasn't careful. Nervously, I made sure to remain out of sight. Kureha and Kazuma approached Hinagiku, and she immediately ran away with her back to the wall. The fear displayed by the wraith was proof that Hinagiku's consciousness was still intact. Otherwise, she would have just immediately attacked them.
ひなぎく聞いてくれ俺は
Hinagiku's piercing screams overpowered any words Kureha attempted to convey. I trusted Kureha not to succumb to becoming a wraith, and yet, perhaps the flood of memories tormented him as well. Hinagiku darted towards Kazuma and seemed to seek refuge behind him, but
ひなぎくちゃんよく聞いてクレアさんはちゃんと受け止めたんだもう闇に染まることはないんだよだから君が闇に染まっている理由はもうないだろう
Hinagiku raised her gaze to meet Kazuma's, then slowly turned her attention back to Kureha.
ひなぎく
He gently grasped Hinagiku's hand, causing her to shake intensely.
俺はすべて記憶を取り戻したあの時のことをすべてずっと忘れていてごめんお前に寂しい思いをさせてごめん
Kureha delivered these words to Hinagiku with patience and sincerity.
俺は正常だ悪霊化しないもう心配しなくてもいいんだ
I hope Hinagiku will understand. Yeah, Green Yoshi. So, basically, like, we went down to confront her at first, so there's something inside her that's definitely fighting to, still has the sister's consciousness. We tried to avoid eye contact with her, and then she, spooky ghost, showed up in our eye line, and she sent a message to us. And so she ended up giving us a name. She said, the words Kazuma, brother, help, or Kazuma, help, brother. Those were the words that, showed up on the screen. And so Kazuma ends up being the boy's name. So we're 2.0 trying to confront her again. I'm hiding in the shadows, and they are trying to like get her to wake up. I put my hands together and prayed from the shadows. But yes, it is very distressing ghost noises. It's very scary.
寂しい思いはもうさせない。
Hinagiku, please.
ずっとお前のそばにいるよ。
Please listen to Kureha's words.
だから目を覚ましてくれ。
Please see him with your own eyes. Ugh. Ugh. It's sweet but upsetting. Yeah,
そうだ。
poor baby.
お前の兄だ。
And then... Yay! Then a radiant light filled the underground altar, and the oppressive darknesses seemed to vanish. Aww. As the light faded, the wraith was gone. Instead, a beautiful glowing orb floated gently in its place.
ひなぎく。
お兄さん、ありがとう。思い出してくれて本当にありがとう。
Oh, what?
ずっと会いたかったです。ひなぎくと呼んでほしかった。
ひなぎく。来るのが遅れてごめん。お前を思い出せずに。
ひなぎくは嬉しいのです。だからどうか謝らないでください。
What a relief. I'm so happy for them.
カズマさん、
ひなぎくちゃん、
ありがとう。カズマさん、あなたがいつもそばにいてくれたから、私は暗闇の中でもわずかに自分を保てていました。苦しくて辛くて、自分のすべてを黒に染めようとした時もありました。でもあなたの存在が私を助けてくれました。本当にありがとう。
俺はひなぎくちゃんのそばにいたくてそうしていただけだよ。はあ、戻ってきてくれて嬉しい。本当によかった。
Gradually, the boy's form began to fade.
ねえ、俺を愛してくれているなら一緒に行ってくれない？
Oh.
ええ、もちろんです。すぐに行きます。あなたのもとへ。
それならよかった。クレアさんとお別れしたらすぐに来てね。
Oh, Bunny Ropolo, hello! Look, you came at a really sad time. But very sweet, sad. Yeah, so we're saying goodbye to these spirits. No, in a very, very good way. Goodbye to Kureha? After the boy disappeared, Kureha approached Hinagiku.
ひなぎく。会わせたい人がいるんだ。
Hearing this, I stepped forward, a bit anxious.
あなた様に謝りたかったのです。苦しめてしまいました。本当にごめんなさい。
Buddy Ropolo, it's sorry. I know it's very distressing, but it's a lovely send-off. It's closure. So we just saved the main love interest, his sister, who has been tormented and in hell, and now we're setting her free, and she went off with her other ghost boyfriendo, who has loved her from afar this whole time. Do you remember everything?
うっすらと ですが、あなた様のことをお兄さんが守ってくれていて本当に良かったです。
Though I couldn't see her face, her voice was warm and genuine. No need for apologies. I understand, Hinagiku.
ありがとうございます。
The orb seemed to bow gently towards me. Seeing that, I couldn't help but smile. And so, I proceeded to ask her, I've been meaning to ask your name. Well, I guess I already know it, but I wanted to hear it from you. I need it to restore this place back to the mortal realm. Sorry if this isn't a good time.
詳しい事情はわかりませんが、あなた様の頼みとあらば。
It just kind of creases a little bit in the center. I don't. That's a good question, Green Yoshi. After a brief pause, Hinagiku spoke.
私の名前はひなぎく。あなた様のおかげで兄と会えました。心から感謝します。お兄さん、私はカズマさんのもとへ参ります。後で来るのを待っていますね。お兄さんが来るのは先になりそうですから。
Huh?
相変わらずお前は里いやつだな。ああ、先に行っていてくれ。おそらく俺が行くのはあと何十年か後。
No. After saying that, Kureha turned to me.
ここで彼女を待ち、共に行く。
I suspected Kureha intended to wait until my life ended before crossing over. Actually, I'm sure that's exactly what he intends to do. He'd watch over me in life and then join me when my time came.
お二人とも待っています。
I don't know, man. Will he feel the same if, like, what if I find a living boyfriendo? Because, like, what if I get really, really old? I don't know, man. We're looking for miracles here. We gotta save our boyfriendo.
Gradually, Hinagiku faded away. Then, it was just the two of us.
You right. I gotta stay loyal.
Kureha came closer and extended his hand with a warm smile. I reciprocated the smile and accepted his hand. Until death bring you together.
I think it's null and void if I try and fast track it, though.
Get isekai'd on purpose?
Maybe. I'm not quite not sure the rules.
Then, after exiting the mirror, Kureha mentioned a place he wanted to visit, so we headed to the nurse's office. Saying he didn't want to intrude on my goodbyes, he waited at the entrance instead.
Truck-kun!
Yui was in the nurse's office. I told her everything that had happened.
成し遂げることができて本当に良かった。最後お手伝いできなくてごめんなさい。
Yui, you've been a huge help. Thanks for everything. I grabbed her hand. Yui tried to pull back, but I held on tight. Don't worry, Yui. There is no darkness in you. We may live in different worlds.
友人よ。
Oh, she said that. Oh, no. No, I said that. Okay. She finished my sentence before I could. Together, we both laughed.
Not fair. You can't interrupt me and say it first. I was doing a thing.
I'll be supporting you, Yui. I want you to let go of your regrets. I don't want to see you still here when I get here.
ありがとう。とっても嬉しいわ。私も陰ながらあなたを見守っているから。
That sounds more menacing than it ought to. I know she means well, but it's like, I'll keep an eye on you from the shadows. I'll be the one to fill your dark soul with light. I'll be watching you. Every step you take. Every move you make. Our smiles met as we parted ways. After leaving the nurse's office, I glanced up at the central stairway with the large mirror. Hibiki. Since he hadn't returned, I couldn't bid him farewell, but my time was almost up. Thank you, Hibiki. Always watching Wazowski. At the entrance, I found Kureha waiting for me. Kureha? I called his name, and he responded with a warm smile. This is it. Our final moments together. Yeah. Okay, so I do know like one bit. I know that there's going to be something after the credits. I don't know anything beyond that. I know that much though. So hopefully we'll be able to finish. Yeah. This is it. Our final moments together. Suppressing such thoughts, I pulled the sheet with the corpse flowers illustrated on it. I'm about to look at the printout. I think all the flowers should be colored in now. Yeah, Spirited Away Part 2. I unfolded the sheet, and just as I suspected, all the flowers were colored in. For a fleeting instant, I thought I saw the corpse flower quiver. They were only pictures, but for a moment, they seemed almost alive. Sorry, let me close. Mochi busted in through the door, and then she left it wide open, so now I hear the laundry machine. Hold on 1 second. Sorry about that. You know what? She busted in, walked around, and then she left. She didn't even... she didn't, like, come in to stay. She was just like, hey, I'm here. Bye. Mochi. Silently, I brought the sheet closer to my face. You don't have to wait for me. You can cross over. I'll meet you on the other side.
それが待たなくてはいけなくてな。新たな心残りができてしまったんだ。それはお前と共にあること。
Oh, sir. That's so sweet. I had a feeling things would turn out this way. I said nothing and merely smiled at him. Tears filled with a mixture of joy and sorrow clouded my eyes. Thank you for loving me, Kureha.
これからもお前を見守り、愛していく。待っているぞ。
Tears rolled down my cheeks, not from sorrow, but overwhelming joy. Until we meet again, these feelings will remain in my heart. I truly love you. Kureha gently wiped my tears, and I savored this final tender touch from him. Oh my goodness.
このぬくもり、肌の感触、俺への視線、そのすべてを忘れないでおかないとな。
No. Indeed, you should. Keep those memories close. Who knows? I might end up living quite a long life.
お前がどんな人生を送るか楽しみに見ているぞ。忘れるな、 嬉しい時、悲しい時、どんな時も俺がそばにいるということを。
Oh, the music that's playing right now, it's like a little instrumental version of the opening credits. Oh.
ずっとお前に寄り添っていく。お前の幸福を願いながらな。
Oh my gosh, is Ghost Boyfriends where it's at? What the heck? It's so romantic. That's so sweet. Absolutely. I'll never forget. Even if I can't see you, Kureha, I know you'll be there. You're the only one for me, Kureha. I can't be with anyone else. And with your love, I know I'll never feel lonely. Ghost Harem. Right. Who you gonna call? Ghost Harem.
申し訳ないが、そうしてもらうか。
A gust blew from the printout in my hand, and I was enveloped in the scent of flowers. Looks like our time is up.
また会う時まで待っている。人生を楽しんでこい。
Hey, surrounded by perverts. Wait a minute.
Yes, here I go.
ああ、
As if on cue, the printout began to glow just as I finished speaking.
Now I gotta get a job, y'all.
That printout was my career survey.
壊れそうな儚い日々、君と二人確かめ合ったこの夜が明けるまでずっとそう隣。
But wait, there's more. I am aware of that much. It can't end there. Let's go. All right, real quick though. Good game hygiene. Let's go ahead and save. Okay.
Upon returning to the mortal realm, I was greeted by daylight for the first time in ages, its brilliance making me squint. I'm back! I was suddenly overwhelmed by profound exhaustion. At the same time, Hunger and sleepiness overtook me, prompting me to collapse on the spot. Miss Hinagiku, welcome to the Avengers Initiative. I feel too weak to move. I was certain that Kureha was still nearby, anxiously watching over me. It's like, oh no, I'm hurt. Where are you? I longed to get up off the floor, but my body had reached its breaking point and refused.
Oi! 大丈夫か?
That voice. Is it my teacher? Footsteps hurried toward me, and I felt my teacher lifting me up.
一色、お前今までどこに? いや、それよりも救急車が先だ。
Wee-oo, wee-oo. Thank goodness. My teacher's worry showed that I had indeed returned to my former life. Then everything faded to black. I was taken to the hospital and was made to stay for a few days. I received many tests, but the doctors couldn't find anything wrong with my health. The mark on my face was completely gone. When Hinagiku regained her sanity at the altar, I felt the darkness dissipate, so I assumed the mark disappeared then. I was fine up to that point, but as expected, I had been considered missing, and I was then found 9 days later. How convenient! My mother, sister, and Sayaka all scolded me. Then they all cried. They looked at me funny when I said it was caused by a god. But unlike the others, Mom blamed herself. It must have been because I didn't listen to you during that phone call. She wasn't completely wrong. Was this what the god wanted? After I was discharged from the hospital, things calmed down. I was surprised when Mom told me I was free to choose whatever school I wanted. It seemed almost disappointing because I had made up my mind and was ready to fight. And for the time being, it seemed that strange chapter of my life had come to an end. As the classroom glowed with an orange hue, kara, kara, the sound of his blade. This was the true story of Kara Kara. At school, during sunset, Kara Kara continues to roam. My beloved. At Narimegama High, they say there are 7 wonders who have lived for generations in the school. He is one of them. In the twilight, as the sun casts its last glow on the school, he stands by my side. With a smile, warming my heart, watching over me. I smiled, and Sayaka, who had been listening, smiled back at me.
カラカラさんの真相ってそういうことだったんだ。
When I had finished my time in the hospital, I returned to school and told Sayaka all about the strange events I'd experienced. Sayaka believed every word, though I always knew she would. That's a good friend, yay! It was the one time her fascination with the occult actually proved useful.
しかし、思い悩んでいると神隠しに会うっていうのは本当だったんだな。私もそのうち会うかも。
Hmm? Did you say something?
なんでもない。それよりもさ、あなたのおかげで学校の七不思議が減っちゃったってことだよね。
Guess we gotta murder people. Get it back up to numbers.
Yeah, I suppose. But they've crossed over, so it's for the best. Oh, the girls' toilet mystery is gone now. That morning, I'd placed a caramel down as an offering to Hanako. Hanako of the toilet. I hope she received it.
Let's see. I think I did it like just a little after the credits, Green Yoshi. He's sneaky. Those sneaky ghosts.
Green Yoshi, he's been there this whole time. or what do you mean? Nobody's behind me.
確かに成仏はとても喜ばしいことだよね。っていうか願いを叶える本が本当にあるのがかなりびっくりだよ。頑張って探してみようかな。
It won't be easy. It was more of an exception in my case.
うん、環境的にそうだったんだろうね。あ、でもさ、あなた願いを叶えてもらわなかったんだね。
Huh? No, the book told me its name.
それは願いに含まれないんじゃない？だってあなたの名前と引き換えだったんだから。
Ooh, time to make my wishes. I do have a wish. I want to know your name.
これは驚いた。わしの名を知りたい人間がいるとは。悪いが、それは願いの範疇ではない。あやかしは特別な契約でもなければ、あまり名を口にしない。
Wow.
ただでは教えん。
Sayaka is very perceptive. I forgot about that part. I'd never realized it, but... Sayaka, you're right.
いけない、塾の時間。また明日ね。あ、今度から思い悩む前に相談してよ。私っていう親友がいるの忘れないでね。
Right. I'll be sure to get your advice next time, Sayaka. I always feel better when I talk to you, and I'm sure things will get better. I acknowledged Sayaka's words, and she responded with a smile.
変えちゃうよ。あなたからモヤモヤを消すから。
Sayaka slung her bag over her shoulder, ready to leave the classroom. She then paused at the door and turned back to me.
ねえ、明日私の話も聞いてくれる？
Of course. I'm here to listen anytime.
ありがとう。私もあなたに聞いてもらえれば変化を受け入れられる気がする。
Oh, that's right. She's going to the same school that we were pressured into going to because I wanted to do what my mom wanted me to do instead of what I wanted to do. And so now she's like still gonna go to that school, I think. We'll see.
それじゃバイバイ。
Bye bye. Yeah, see you tomorrow. Take care. I watched Sayaka leave, then looked around the now quiet classroom. Kureha, did you catch that? With that thought, I began to pack up. I left the classroom and headed to the library. That's right. Time to cash in. It's time to start thinking about which school I'm going to. I was still unsure about what I wanted to do in the future. Well, at least I still have time to figure it out. Thanks to everything I had experienced, I was able to have a different mindset. I'd met the dead and learned the joy of living. My future was open with possibilities. I wanted to embrace a life without regrets. No regrets! Reaching the library, I noticed a shelf filled with the university pamphlets. I guess I should take a look at these. Hmm? Did I just hear something? Curious, I turned toward the sound and... Red book! My wish! Cashing in! There it was, the red book, the one that granted wishes, on the floor of the library. No way. Tentatively, I reached out and picked it up. Could it be? It's here to grant a wish now, since it didn't before? My hands shaking, I opened the cover. The pages, blank and unmarked, offered no clues as to its intent. But soon, words slowly began to materialize on the page. I didn't grant your wish before. Now's the time. Now's the time. Let's go. Let's go. A brush materialized above the book. I wish for more wishes. Now, your wish. It's just like before. I wish I was a little bit taller. Wish I was a baller. 20-inch blade on my Impala. Swallowing hard, I took the brush in hand. My wish. Allow me to see Kureha. Allow me to see spirits. Dumb! Why would I even... Yeah. Allow me to see Kureha. Duh. Allow me to see Kureha. I inscribed those words in the book, and immediately they faded away. Then, both the brush and the book vanished into thin air. First immortality, then the bitches. Give me all that money. Give me that purse. Huh? Could it be a wish beyond its power to grant? Maybe it's time to head home. The whole ordeal sidetracked me from considering my school options, so I simply left the library. As I walked toward the main entrance, my mind wandered through a myriad of thoughts. Maybe seeing Kureha was too much to ask for. But what if I had chosen a different wish? Oh. And then he murdered me. That sound. I definitely felt a strange presence. And with it, a sudden chill.
ああ、ここにいたのか。まだ帰ってなかったんだな。
That voice! I spun around to see the very person I longed to see. Kureha! Tears welled up in my eyes. It's really Kureha. I yearned to call out to him, but words failed me, trapped in my throat.
不思議なこともあったもんだ。視線が合うとはな。というか、なんで泣いてる？俺
Oops. I pressed it too
という
fast.
か、なんで泣いてる？俺が離れている間、何かあったのか？
He's got it all wrong. Overwhelmed with emotion, I couldn't help but laugh. A torrent of pent-up feelings came bursting forth. I'm crying because I can see you, Kureha. Bucky!
どういうことだ？俺が見えているのか？
Yes, clear as day. I missed you, Kureha.
何がどうなってるのか、わけがわからないが、奇跡みたいなことが起こったんだな。
That's right. Looks like I've sparked another miracle.
お前には驚かされるな。
Kureha took another step toward me.
会いたかったぞ。
Yes, me too. I reached my hand out to him, but my hand merely passed through him. But that was fine. At least we could talk to one another and gaze into each other's eyes. That in itself was a miraculous dream. And from here on out, I could pursue the life I truly wanted. Wait a minute. No! No! Thought we were going to, like, pry him out of the... Thought we were going to take him with us. What the heck?
まさか見えるようになるとは思ってもみなかったぞ。あんなに驚いたのは、お前と初めて話した時以来だ。お前には本当にびっくりさせられる。しかし、これからが楽しみだな。そうだ、 再会してから言っていなかったな。あの時よりも愛している。これからもこの思いは膨らんでいくだろう。だから全て受け止めてくれよ。いいな。
Yep, no high fives for me. It feels like a annoying sibling situation. I'm not touching you. I thought we were gonna save him. What the heck? Okay. I think this still counts as a good end. It's just not the goodest end. But I wonder if we can't get the goodest end until like we play more playthroughs. What the heck? Let me see. Wow. Alright. Let's see. Let me take a look. Okay. So that's called Godly and 8 Flowers Blooming. So in order to get Heavenly End, it looks like I need to reload at chapter 8. But like I said, I can't tell if I need to... Let me see. I'm gonna look this up real quick. How to get Heavenly End. How to get Kureha Heavenly End. Well, I say, let's go for it. I'm looking at this walkthrough. It says I can load at save file 4, which is on chapter 8. And then we'll just speed run the parts that we've already seen. Let's go! Let's go! Okay, continue. Okay, so we're looking at chapter 8. Okay. I don't know where in chapter 8, but we're gonna... Probably not the beginning. Let's see. Boop. Alright. Yeah, let's do it! Alright, I think I should be able to fast forward. Oh. Okay. Just, no, don't quick save. Just...
お屋敷の間取り的に言うなら地下室が
Like I said, we're just gonna speed run it
それ
until we get to parts that we haven't been to. Okay?
あなそれ
Usually there's like a speed up version, but it doesn't seem to be the case. So I just gotta manually press things fast. Let's go.
それが
Alright. Load save file 4. Alright.
声
Alright. Stop. Actually, what's manual? Alright, skip to selection. Auto advanced text. What's ZR? Oh, okay. Yes. Yes. Woohoo! Alright, he's no bloodthirsty killer. Alright, that's our only choice, so that's okay. And then it says create save file for here. And then that's where we go. Alright. Alright. Here we go. Great. Okay. That will never happen. That's what we gotta see. Looking back, I regret the way I lived before. I won't ever let that happen again.
そうか。それならいい。心配しすぎていたようだな。
Okay. I'm just glad you care. Thanks for listening, Kureha. Maybe I just wanted to know you care about me.
深い意味にとってしまうぞ。
His words made my heart race, but I couldn't deny them. Even that response makes me happy. Suddenly, Kureha embraced me. Before I could react, he let go.
すまない。一瞬、理性を失った。
That's okay. That certainly was a surprise. He said he lost control. Part of me wished it would happen again. We resumed our search for the key. Alright. Alright, I think we can skip. I think that was new information, and now it's back to story we know. Let's go. Let's go. Like I said, we're just speed running the bits. After finishing our search for the key, Lolli and I headed back to the nurse's office. Though something about her expression seemed off. Gloomy,
も
even.
しかして、進路のプリントを渡したことで、暗い気持ちにさせてしまったか。
Oh, not at all. It actually made me happier. Okay, I can't skip. Okay, so this is all new stuff then. She didn't seem to be lying. Maybe I was just imagining things. But then, what else could it be? Oh,
もしかして、先ほどお前を急に抱き寄せたことで、不
something's
快な
off.
気持ちにさせてしまったか。
Huh? No, that's not it either. Actually, I didn't mind it at all.
そうか。それならいいが。
No, it wasn't good at all. I overstepped my bounds, but perhaps it's too late to worry about that now. My feelings just took over in that moment. That's possible. That'd be funny if in this ghost world it's like, hey, just so you know, I know how this happens. Like they're just this omniscient group that just has to relive this story over and over. How am I supposed to handle these emotions? I'll probably keep watching over her, even after she returned to the mortal realm. She'd find someone else eventually, start a life with him. Ugh, it's unbearable. Kureha? Is something wrong?
なんだ。何も言ってないぞ。
I didn't say anything, right? No, you just looked upset, almost like you were going to cry?
ああ。まあ、俺にも思うところがあるんだ。
This is actually very cute. Okay, so this is new content. That's why I can't skip through it. Got it. If you have something you want to say, please say it. I want to help. In that case, I want you to love me, and I want you to join me here after you die. Aw. I felt a mixture of fear and shame. I quickly slapped myself in the face, hoping that would send me back to reality. No. Bless. So cute. After walking back to the nurse's office, we saw Yui exiting the library.
遅かったじゃない。ずっと待っていたのよ。
All right. Okay, yeah, jump to unread text or a location where user input is needed. Yes! I like that the game remembers. When did I fall asleep?
目覚めてくれてよかった。
As I began to recall what happened, my mind slowly started to clear. That's right, I fainted. I slowly sat up, assisted by Kureha. I'm sorry, I can't believe I passed out like that.
謝らなくていい。それよりも、体調はどうだ？
Much better after getting some rest. I think I was just exhausted.
悪霊の仕業かとヒヤヒヤしていたが、ここの空気のせいだったか。
It sure seems that way. I can tell my body is strained. Though I tried to reassure Kureha I was fine, that wasn't exactly true. My whole body felt sluggish. But if Kureha finds out, he'll just worry again. I decided to keep this feeling to myself, but when I tried to get out of bed, Kureha held my shoulders down.
まだ顔色が悪い。もう少し休んでおけ。無理させたくないんだ。
He noticed. I understand, but I'm not feeling sleepy anymore, so how about we have a little chat together?
そういう願いなら聞かないわけにはいかないな。
Thank you.
俺のためにももうベッドから出ようとしないでくれ。ユイに怒られてしまう。
Okay, jump. No, please, don't say any more. Okay, so last time we said, I have feelings for you too. Now we're going to say, we'll find a way to be together. We're going for the heavenly end here. 2 finales. Now let's find a way for us to be together. Kureha looked back at me, frozen, but I confidently continued. I'm sure we can find a way. Together we can overcome anything. Just look at all we've managed to do so far. That's why. Kureha gently cupped my cheeks in his hands.
すごい。奇跡だぞ。
Yeah!
俺も同じことを言おうと思っていたんだ。
Kureha's voice was filled with excitement and laughter. So he wasn't planning on saying goodbye earlier. 1 second. Mochi's borking. 1 second, 1 second. You're fine. Leave it. Thank you. Mochi didn't want to miss the action.
同じことを考えているとは感激だ。こんなに嬉しいことはない。
Yeah. His broad smile left me overcome with joy and relief. Thank goodness.
うつしおに戻る前に見つけるぞ。そばにいることを感じられる。そんな道を。
Yes, Kureha. I know we can do it. Stop sharpening your knives. Yeah. No knife zone. No knives. Right? Yeah, you tell him, Mochi. A path for us to stay together.
とりあえず先にお前の気持ちを確認させてくれ。お前も俺を好きなんだな。そう思ってもいいんだよな。お前からも聞かせてほしい。俺への思いを。
Despite already knowing, his eyes conveyed a sense of worry. Of course I care about you, Kureha. No matter what the future holds. We exchanged smiles, a fleeting moment of joy in his bleak, somber world. Whew. All right. Skip! Hey, none of that, Mochi. Okay. Okay, get a lay down, Mochi. You want a little sweet potato treat? Want a little treat, no? Hey. Okay. I need to go down. That's a good girl. Wait. Wait. Okay, get sit. Sit.
so good. Okay, all done. It's a little treat for you. Okay. She's so cute. Good girl. Looks like she's asleep. The excitement from before had faded, replaced by impatience and confusion. Lolli couldn't stay here much longer. She had to learn the name of the spirit in the forbidden room and return home. Sadly, that meant time to find a way for us to be together was slipping away too.
離れ離れになっても俺はお前を思ってるからな。
Lolli might not like this decision, but her future was what mattered most. Her life in the mortal realm, a future without me in it.
好きになってくれてありがとう。大好きだぞ。
Oh, Kureha! I gently kissed her forehead, leaving a piece of my heart with her. The forbidden room was underground, and so I left Lolli sleeping and stepped out of the nurse's office. Kureha? Okay. Okay. When I woke up, I expected him to be here. Okay. Jump! Skip! Fast forward! Sorry, it's all so... I didn't realize that I wasn't on, like, the best? I don't know if I'm on the best end, honestly. Surely we could save him, right? Why did you come here alone? That's reckless. I was so worried when I woke up. No, something's not right. There was no color in Kureha's eyes. It was as though he didn't see me, lost in some kind of daze. Kureha, what's wrong?
俺は何をした？
The phrase sounded eerily familiar.
もしも一度でも振り向いてしまったら、カラカラさんはこう尋ねてくる。
俺は何をした？俺は何をしたんだ？
No, no, that rumor wasn't true. Kureha, please get a hold of yourself. I reached out for his arm, but his gaze stayed vacant, fixed on something distant.
ここで俺は何をしたんだ？
It seems Kureha recognizes this place. Then it hit me. His memory. Could this place be holding memories of how Kureha died? Alright, let's jump. Alright, what should I do now? Alright, please. Oh! So... Please let me be close to you. We've done that before. Alright. Jump! Okay, I can protect myself. There's no need for them. That's the flowers. He's just like, you ain't got no flowers. Okay, so this is supposed to get us to the heavenly end. Let's go. Okay. No need for that now. Being able to help someone you love brings such joy, so you don't need to worry. Besides, I could protect Kureha too. Realizing that filled me with happiness, but then Kureha suddenly laughed.
頼りになるな。だが、俺自身しっかりしないとならない。それに、俺は正気でいたい。お前への思いを失いたくないから。愛しいと思う。この気持ちを。
He gently caressed my cheek. It was tickling yet comforting. Feeling his touch warmed my heart, and I felt myself blushing.
お前は本当に愛らしいな。
I like that.
どうしてそんなに可愛いんだ？
Ooh, I like that a lot.
Stop it. I don't know what to say.
すまない。許してくれ。
The sweetness of his words was something I wasn't sure I'd ever get used to. Wait, now's not the time for this. I gently moved his hand away from my cheek. I think you already know this, but earlier, I saw your memories, Kureha.
Alright, jump! Jump!
お前のことが心配なんだ。お前が死んでしまったら、俺は。
Okay. Then we'd be together. You wouldn't have to worry anymore, Kureha. I gasped as soon as I said the words. It wasn't just me who was taken aback by those words. Kureha was as well.
今の本気か。
I said it, but now I couldn't bring myself to answer him. I truly love Kureha that much. Kureha gently removed my hand from his collar and held it tightly.
家族を失う悲しみを。
Those are my mom and my sister.
Mom, sis,
ここをうつしおに戻し、お前を返す。何があってもな。それが俺にできること。お
I'm
前
actually,
に表す愛情だ。分かってくれるな。
I think I'm actually starting to realize the first ending we got, it's called the godly ending. So that's probably the best ending. So we'll still see this ending. This is still a good ending, but it won't be like best. It won't be god tier. I think. Let's see though. So far, I'm getting a lot of romantic words. He's definitely mushier in this, and just even the little snippets that we've seen. He called us adorable.
of course. It was a fitting way for Kureha to express his love for me, and I smiled in response, though I worried my smile would not appear genuine.
Oh yeah, surrounded by there's definitely like options, like there's multiple bad ends. there's like 3 bad ends and there's 2 good ends. So what the heck. But apparently most of the time with these kinds of games, if you do all the good ends for the different love interests, then you will get, what will you get? You'll get a true end that wasn't available. So usually there's a hidden character or something like that. So all right, Miss Mochi, we're almost there. All right, I think those are the only like things that we had to do different. So at this point, we should just be able to go straight to the heavenly end. Maybe. Mochi, it's okay. She's fussing a little.
As Lolli and I navigated the school halls, my mind wandering to Hinagiku. Hinagiku, I'm sorry I didn't recognize you sooner. They said that when you turn into a wraith, you lose yourself. But I'm determined to bring you back, no matter the cost. Just because it has never been done before doesn't mean it can't be done. Lolli's presence filled me with hope. Her love guides me. It lights the way. I couldn't bear the thought of us parting. Glancing around to ensure we were alone, I leaned in and whispered to Lolli.
愛してるぞ。
I love you too.
As I pulled back, she gazed up, her cheeks a deep shade of red. She averted her gaze and whispered softly back to me. I love you too. To be loved by her, it was all I could ask for. I reveled in the joy of that moment, her words deeply nestled in my heart.
Whee! All right, jump.
All right. I'm really scared, but I knew there was no going back now.
覚悟はいい。
Yes. I knew Hinagiku might be on the other side. I still wish we'd spoken to the boy beforehand.
俺が先に行く。少し周りを見てくるから。 お前は
It's like one new text. Let's go. Let's get it. Let's see this ending. We're so close.
If things keep going like this, I'll just be in the way. No, I want to stay by his side. I want to try. I want to help. In that moment, I accepted my death. No, Green Yoshi, I appreciate you sticking in there. No problem. It's late for you. Thank you so much for coming in. I think yeah. I'll try and I'll fill you in on what happens. A warm light enveloped me, turning the darkness white.
この身に変えても守る。
Kureha? Night night, Green Yoshi. Thanks so much.
意識を戻せ。お前は生きているんだから。
I'm not dead yet? I can't die and join you in your world? I wanted to help you. I felt myself floating. Unsure of where I was enveloped in warmth. This is Kureha's warmth. The warmth of my beloved. Oh, what caused me to die? I don't remember what was a death. Oh, maybe when the sister looks at me. Maybe. Hmm? Who's there? Oh, look how sad he looks. I wanted to keep sleeping, but a warm sensation on my lips roused me. Kureha? Seeing him so close brought me to my senses.
戻ってきてくれたんだな。
How? Kureha gave me a faint smile. I immediately sensed something was off. His breath, usually cold, felt warm. What have you done?
お前に俺の思いを伝えただけだ。
Told me. Something's not right. Before I could respond, I noticed something about him changed. Kureha, your body! I touched his face, confirming his presence.
すまない。少し無理をしたみたいだな。だが苦しくもなんともない。だから心配するな。
What have you done? What are you saying? Kureha didn't answer me. He merely continued to smile. I sensed Kureha was fading away. No! No, wait, please don't leave.
お前を見守るという約束は果たせそうにない。
The promise doesn't matter. Just stay. Stay here with me. I kept calling out to him. Please stay here, in this world. I couldn't bear the thought of him vanishing. Even I couldn't see or touch him. Or even if I couldn't see or touch him, I needed him to still be here.
お前は生きてくれ。生きて必ずうつしおに戻るんだ。そして人生を謳歌してほしい。俺の分まで。
Push it down. Down. Okay, thank you. Kureha, if you're not here with me, I'll lose myself. Kureha saved me from death. That must be why this is happening. He did something to save my life. That's why I felt that warmth on my lips. Think.
さっきの後では頼りなく思うかもしれないが、この魂にかけてお前を守ると約束する。
No! I hate this!
俺も改めて約束しよう。魂にかけてお前を守ると。
He repeated those words again. That was his answer. But as a member of the living, I too had a soul. Ooh! Woo! Kureha tried to pull away, but he seemed weakened, and I managed to keep him close to me. Oh, I saw this in Star Wars. They kept, like, passing their, like, Jedi breath to each other. I pressed my lips to his, intent on breathing my life, my soul, my very essence into him. Our tongues met, seeking to merge us together. I didn't know how to do this. All I could do was hope from the bottom of my heart. Kureha, I need you. Death was not the end for me. With you by my side, it was just a new beginning. Slowly, I opened my eyes, and Kureha's face was before me. A wave of relief washed over me, seeing him there. Now we're both in purgatory. Don't worry about it. It's going to be okay. It was more than relief. I felt a sense of weakness as I pulled back from him. Yeah, and then he started biting my tongue and it got weird. But then I was like, okay. My time is near. A faint smile formed on my lips. Thank goodness. It should be all right now.
すまない。俺は
I'm so glad you don't have to disappear, Kureha. Ugh, I wanted to pass over. I'm sorry for doing this without permission, but you mean too much to me. Kureha shook his head. His expression was slightly puzzling, yet unmistakably, he was smiling.
俺は狂ってしまったらしい。お前の死を悲しく思っている反面、お前の思いを嬉しくも思っていて。
Guess I died in this playthrough. What the heck?
そして、ありがとう。
I felt the same way. It seemed I too had lost my mind. Yet I felt no anguish, only a deep sense of peace. Mind if I rest for a while? I'm quite tired. Kureha embraced me gently, silently consenting. Freed from all burdens, I slowly closed my eyes and savored the comfort of his warm embrace.
これからも共に。愛。
Ooh, I missed it. Sorry.
これからも共に。愛している。
愛してる。愛してる。And with that, I heard my heartbeat for the last time. Whoa! I don't even remember what was a death cause and the other playthrough that we. Yeah. Well, here we go. After falling asleep peacefully, I awoke in a world transformed. Since I was in the mirror, it took me a while to realize the mortal realm had been restored. Wow, I'm in the mirror now? It seemed that my spiriting away had indeed caused the creation of that peculiar world. The normal life that I'd been seeking. The sights and sounds I knew all so well all returned. Oh, sorry, it's loud, blowing up in my ear. Yet this marked a new beginning for me. Ooh. Lured into that strange new world. I don't like that. My time as a dead woman began 9 days later. Well. Alright. I see why this was not the... We did get the better ending, right? Huh.
This ending's different, isn't it? Yeah. Alright, skip. Maybe there's prologue. Yeah, there's some, or not prologue. Epilogue? My existence as a ghost was surprisingly peaceful, more so than my busy life when I was among the living. Though life was serene, finding inner peace was challenging. Kureha continued to visit Hinagiku, who remained a wraith in the underground altar, hoping to help her regain her sanity. Oh, so we died. We could not help the sister in this playthrough. I embarked on my own mission to watch over those I cared about. Oh, my mom seemed completely exhausted. Thankfully, my sister helped take care of her. Sayaka, on the other hand, was determined to uncover the truth behind my disappearance. Their lives had been upended by the fact that I'd suddenly vanished. How could I possibly make it up to them? That was the only regret I had. Ah. As days went by, there was always one thing I eagerly anticipated.
ここの映画館にいると思ったんだが。
That day, Kureha and I were near the station. He wanted to introduce me to a ghost friend of his. What kind of person is this friend of yours, Kureha?
今風の男でな。さっぱりした性格とでも言えばいいか。
Oh, we're gonna meet other ghost boyfriendos? Huh? Modern? That was kind of hard to picture. I was also surprised that Kureha had a ghost friend outside of school. How did you two become friends?
驚くことに幽霊となってから俺を訪ねてきてな。霊感が強かったらしく、生前から俺を見ていたとのことだった。
Oh, I bet it's Monster Energy drink guy. Huh? So he can see ghosts?
なあ、こんな風に言われたぞ。会ってみると普通、拍子抜けしたわと。
He seems like quite a character. Now you've piqued my interest. Kureha then firmly took my hand. I looked up to see he was frowning at me. What's wrong?
お前が他の男に興味を持ったからだ。合わせるのはやめておくか。
No, he's funny. I've only eyes for you. The monster cans from that Live Kill meme. I don't think I know that one, but no, there's a guy that we've been dubbing Monster Energy Drink because he kind of looks like the logo, like his character styling. We'll see if it's him. I'm intrigued, but not like in a romantic way. Kureha, you're the only one for me. Are you seriously questioning my love?
そういうわけじゃない。すまない。嫉妬で暴走してしまって。
Oh. Don't worry. I'm not mad. I actually find his jealousy kind of endearing.
お前が俺を愛してくれているのは実感しているのだが、どうにも不安になってしまってな。
Then I'll just have to shower you with even more love to keep those worries at bay.
それはいいな。だが、お前からの愛情はすでにこの胸にあるんだ。今もこの胸の中にお前の気を感じる。あの時に流れ込んできたものだな。これを感じるたび、幸せな気持ちになる。
Oh. Kureha was referring to our last kiss back when I was still among the living.
俺に愛情を与えてくれてありがとう。これからもよろしく頼むぞ。ずっとそばにいてほしい。そして成仏するときは共に。
Yes, I want the same. We aimed to cross over together. I didn't know when our time would come, but I continued to hold out hope.
We supported each other so that we didn't turn into wraiths as we waited for our time, so that we may pass to the other side in peace. What the heck? We also didn't meet Monster Energy. Sucks. Okay. You know what? We got the godly end last time. That was very good. I don't know why I thought that there was like a different, better end. This is the one.
これから
Okay.
もずっと一緒にいられるわけだが、改めてよろしく頼む。二人、心が病まないように過ごしていこう。まあ、お前がそばにいるなら、俺が病むことはないがな。好きになってくれて、ありがとう。
Surrounded by perverts. I don't know that Monster is best boy, but Monster was intriguing boy, I would say. They all are pretty intriguing. Here, let me give you the rundown of the boyfriendos. All right, so we saw Kureha. We did his route. This is Koharu. This is Koyo. This is Monster Energy Drink. That's who I think they were referring to. I thought we were going to meet him, but I guess not. This is Minami. Very cute. This is Yukimato. This is Cena. John Cena. Just kidding. This is Seiya, who we've met him before. He is like the let's see, like the guardian of hell or something like that, or like, yeah, somebody to do with hell. And then this is Hibiki, who we've met in this playthrough. He was the boy in the mirror, so. So those are our love interests. So we just haven't met half of the ones I just showed you, other than this opening intro. So, interesting. Okay. Well, you know what? We did it. I appreciate y'all hanging in there and indulging me on this other playthrough. So, all right, lesson learned. Now I got it. We don't have to play through heavenly routes. We only want to go through godly routes. That's what we're going for. So, but I'm happy. We finished through one playthrough. Like I said, I like this game a lot. I would love to continue doing more playthroughs so that we can get the true end, whatever that may be. So, yay! All right. Well, thank y'all so much. I hope y'all have a really, really great night. And I'll hope to see you again soon. My next stream is actually tomorrow on Iriam. I'm going to do study buddies, and then I'll be off for the rest of the week because I have some family things that I'll be doing. So I'll be a little bit touch and go, but otherwise, yeah. I hope you'll have a good rest of your week, and I'll hope to see you soon. Okay? Thanks so much. Bye bye.